Hey guys, Mr. 1210 here. Before we even get into the video, I wanted to talk about two things just so you guys know because they're kind of important and will kind of help you understand what's going on with this video. One, the video is being shot in 60 FPS because there is one point in here where I talk about the PlayStation Vita's remote play feature being in 60 FPS, and that's kind of important to the topic of this video. And the other thing is I am high as fuck, and I'm not saying that to tell you guys, oh yeah, drugs are so good. No, I'm taking Percocet because I fucked up my foot. Or no, Percocet's kind of strong. It's actually under the level of what I've actually had before, but I wanted to tell you guys that beforehand, just so you guys know. So, the new update for the PlayStation Vita was actually one of the more useless updates that we've actually ever had for the PlayStation Vita. It comes just above a stability update and just below anything major like update. I think it was 2.0 or 2.12 or something between the 1.8 and the 2.12, where they did this whole UI update with the PlayStation Vita. Now, the reason why I'm saying it's pretty much useless because most of the features in this one are both taking out features for the PlayStation Vita, basically downgrading the Vita if anything, and the other thing is that it's actually just adding into the Vita useless things that no Vita player actually asked for at all or whatsoever. For instance, as you guys can see here, I'm actually playing an inverted on Killzone Mercenary. Nobody, and I mean nobody, asked for inverted colors. There was no reason to add this on the PlayStation Vita whatsoever. If anything, you're wasting an update to add useless crap that nobody needs when the Vita already actually has some serious issues and things that you could have added onto the PlayStation Vita that would have been beneficial to the whole entire community. For instance, being able to suspend your games so that you can actually go back and, I don't know, edit things into your party. Because I don't know, it's been like, what, 3 years, Sony, and that's still yet to happen? Yeah, that's, the PSP, which had like, what, a quarter of what the RAM that the Vita has. My fucking cell phone from 2009 can probably do a better job at multitasking the Vita, and the Vita is supposed to be a big multitasking thing. I mean, one of the biggest things to talk about was the fact that the Vita had so much RAM to multitask with, and yet I can't press the home button while playing a multiplayer game without disconnecting. That's kind of suspect, don't you think? Now, they also added this zoom feature, which I don't understand when they put in the Vita at all. I feel as though that was more for the PlayStation Vita TV than anything else. There's no reason to add that on the PlayStation Vita at all. They also added, this high contrast, which, again, it's useless. It doesn't do a damn thing to help the Vita at all. It doesn't help any Vita player whatsoever. If anything, the Vita was perfectly fine, and I feel as though all of these updates were more so towards the PlayStation Vita TV, which a lot of Vita owners, guess what, don't need those settings because we have PlayStation Vitas. We have touchscreen. The Vita, PlayStation Vita is meant to be held closer to your face than something like a PlayStation Vita TV would. You need a TV to use, and you have to sit a bit farther away for you to even use that. So I understand if you use something like bold text, enlarging text, and stuff like that, or other things such as zooming in, because with the PlayStation Vita TV, it may be a little bit hard to see when you're so far back. But with the Vita, we're holding it in our hands. We can just bring it closer. This update is pretty much useless, in my opinion. High contrast, which I tested several times to see what it does absolutely nothing. Zero, nothing. There is no point to even having it. It doesn't do anything. I've tested it on both my capture card Vita and my original Vita that I just recently got around to fixing. By the way, I'm going to make a video on that. And it doesn't do a damn thing on the PlayStation Vita. They also added 1080p video support, which I'm pretty sure in a previous update they talked about adding 1080p video support, but for some unexplainable reason, again, they added it again. So I don't understand what this update has really been doing for the Vita. Now, the last thing I want to talk about was the fact that they added 60 FPS video streaming for remote play. And I'm just going to get off the back and say here, you guys know my feelings about remote play. I hate remote play to its very core. It is very, extremely anti-Vita. It basically, remote play is just telling you there's no reason for you to have a Vita whatsoever than to just play your PlayStation 4, which is stupid. There's no reason you should have to buy a system for them to just tell you buy the other system instead, because you know what, it's better. There's no reason to have the other one in the first place. That's what remote play tells people, and it also tells developers that there's no reason to try to make a Vita version or even make Vita games, because you know what you can do? Make it on the PlayStation 4. And if you make it on PlayStation 4, Vita owners can have a good time playing it on a laggy ass experience. But now they can play it on a laggy experience in 60 FPS, because you know what 60 FPS is? Laggy as shit. But guess what? Now it's in the full 60 FPS. Does it make it any better? Sure, it's a little more visually pleasing in the eye, but in the end, it's still laggy as shit. There's still a very, very, very concerning amount of latency when you press a button to what happens on your PlayStation 4 screen, or when the PlayStation 4 recognizes it, to when it's actually displaying back on your Vita. This is not a Wii U. This will never be on the level of Wii U. If anything, the Wii U's gamepad, because it was made to be streamed back and forth, is actually sometimes faster than what most TVs can display to your eyes. The Vita will never be the Wii U, and the Sony needs to stop attempting to do that. They need to focus more on, I don't know, fixing the main problems that the Vita have. The party app still crashes. It still freezes for 1,000 owners. It doesn't happen to me much. It happens every so often for my PlayStation 2000. But for PlayStation 1,000 owners, I hear them reporting about it all the time. And what has Sony said back to them? Nothing. You ask them on Twitter, they don't reply back to you. Ask them on their site, they don't reply back to you. They honestly just don't care. Okay? Not only that, but like I said, we still haven't seen those multitasking features other than playing music in the background, which, oh yeah, by the way, you can't do in a party. You can't do it when you have another app open. If you try to open your browser, oh yeah, guess what? It crashes your browser sometimes too. So I don't understand what this update was even for. Oh yeah, it was just to downgrade the PlayStation Vita and to, oh yeah, advertise the PlayStation 4 while you're at it, because that's all they're doing. That's all they ever do now. I really do think that there is no reason to own a Vita in 2015. If you want to buy a PlayStation Vita, buy a PS4. If they think that, oh, the Vita looks interesting, buy a PS4. That's all they're doing, is shoving the PS4 down your throat. Even Vita owners now, like, I've had my Vita for 3 years now. I think I would know the problems with the Vita. And they keep saying, we love the Vita, we support the Vita. Yet you haven't had an update since 1.8 or 1.12 that's had any significant thing to do with the Vita that's actually helped it. Every single update that comes out has added some new bug or some new glitch onto the PlayStation Vita that's detrimentally pissing us off. For instance, for a while, for at least 3 updates, we haven't been able to delete messages consistently. It always tells us, oh, we can't delete this message for some unexplainable reason. Or, hey, the friends list is not displaying all of my friends. The party app will not stop crashing. I cannot tell you one time it has not stopped crashing or disconnected for no reason at all. I cannot tell you how much times the fucking browser app has crashed or anything like that. All they're doing is just supporting the PlayStation 4 to this maximum and doing the bare minimum they possibly can to support the PlayStation Vita. They come up with updates every so often, and whenever they do, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do a damn thing to help the Vita. You guys are not helping Vita owners whatsoever, and I really do wish you'd actually listen to community feedback, because it is Econ 101 that if you listen to your consumers will buy your product. If you give the consumer what they want for a reasonable compromise, or let's say you put the price up, or you put the price at something that you know is just even to what you want to project to make, and your consumers will enjoy, then guess what? You sell. If the Vita isn't selling well, what do? Lower the price, and guess what? They'll buy more of it. That's 101 inside econ. It's something that you learn in like 10th grade maybe, for all my US guys out there. You know what I'm talking about. But no, they decided to do this bullshit where they added this useless ass update. One thing that I almost forgot to talk about, and I wanted to end this commentary, is the one thing I feel as though they added, but after 3 years of the Vita being out, I think they could have added it more, because I'm pretty sure there's a shit ton of people talking about it. I even had this huge discussion on it, going towards Killzone, about remapping controls, and somebody named Ask a Capper, who is a pretty big YouTuber, and talked about it, actually with me, which is kind of interesting, talking about remapping controls and disabled gamers. People who are disabled still love playing games, and they even PS4 even had this huge thing where I think three disabled PS4 people who wanted to go inside the booth and actually play a PS4 couldn't, so they gave away 3 of their PS4s to them. But guess what? They probably didn't have the best experience they probably could, because it took them like a whole entire year, I think, just to add remapping controls to both the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita. And if anything, you still can't add any types of front touch, and you still can't remap anything in remote play. So I really don't understand what Sony's doing here. I really don't. Now, I know I'm going on, and this video was long for a ranting video, but like I said, I'm kind of on these painkillers. So unlike usual, when my jaw is just killing me, I can actually talk for how I actually like to talk. But nonetheless, I want to hear what you guys think about this update. I really do. I really do feel like this is probably one of the most useless updates next to a software stability update, which most of the time is just used to get rid of those hacks or the exploits that we use on the PlayStation Vita, which is honestly better than playing the fucking Vita itself. So I don't know why Sony just doesn't let us keep it. But yeah, I really want to hear what you guys have to think, what you guys think about this update. If you guys think it was useful in any way, or if it's just another way for Sony to just say fuck you guys or anything like that. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. It's the Mr. Rod. Hope you guys enjoyed this very long rant commentary update video about PlayStation Vita version 3.50. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.